We are live. What's up, everybody? And I have a guest with me today, Liberty Stacking. Make sure you guys go over to his channel and hit that subscribe button and make sure you're subscribed to good old Liberty. What's up, Liberty? How you doing, man?
Not much. Thanks for having me on.
Anytime, bro. It's kind of a last-minute thing. I want to see if you want to join on, and you're on to see the giveaway. Wait, I guess I told there's a couple people in the chat here. They'll see the word "go" and they'll come running.
Where the hell is the chat at on this thing?
You have a different layout now that you're as a guest, so I don't know how you can pull that up. It should be there somewhere. Worst case scenario, I will read them off.
Oh, okay. I see it now.
You see it? Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Let me put some.
Hey, look, there's Silver Scorpion, Jimmy.
There you
Scrapping,
go.
Hoarding, Tinkering,
Here's
Fun.
people coming up. Yeah. Awesome, guys. Thank you for coming. So what we're going to do today, we're going to do the spot giveaways. That was for people who purchased some spots. And then we're going to do the regular 600 subscriber giveaway, which anyone that's in the chat or sees this video is in it. Obviously, I'll have you guys pick a number between. We'll figure that out when the GAW comes. First, we're going to do the spot GAW. And that's for the channel round and stuff. There's 25 entries. I'm going to give away the round and 4 other prizes. And then 69. You see that? Silver Scorpions at 69. That's Pistol P's.
Nice.
Triple P's number there. So yeah, we're
going
to
do you should make a channel round with just the number 69 on it and then give it to somebody else other than Triple P.
Yeah, we got to do that one. He'll really like that. Or trying to think something you can really irk him with. What's something that you could piss him off? Oh, tell him
fucking up a reverse proof silver eagle seems to do it.
He's on a gun kick recently, so tell him that we should ban all automatics.
I don't even know if I can do that with a straight face.
He'll get pissed off.
I can't even say that with a straight face. So it's not gonna work. There's got to be something I could legitimately do with a straight face.
I couldn't either. Yeah, no. He's on a kick lately about that, and he's right, man. You know, that video he put out today was awesome. It was great. You know how he used the Nissan Versa or Lamborghini.
Yeah, he was right on with that video. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
A firearm, whether it be a pistol, revolver, semi-automatic rifle, whatever, is a tool. It lacks any morals, whether it be good or bad. It is entirely upon the user. So saying that you can't have them doesn't actually solve the problem of evil people in the world.
Exactly. And you know what I was thinking? I was talking to my buddy about this outside the community, and we were talking about the school shooting and now how it's what they can do to stop it. Like, we all know when we go to court, if we get a ticket, right? We get a speeding ticket, seatbelt ticket, or just going to court because you did something stupid. There's always a cop there that's a town cop, but that's on jury, like, what do you call it? Court duty. So
they're a bailiff.
Yeah.
They're a bailiff of the court.
Yes, exactly. But like in my town, our town court, like our main court is in the town of Goshen. And they're sheriffs that take turns. So if they're having court Wednesday this week, it'll be Sheriff John. And next week, it'll be Sheriff Joe. And then next week, it'll be back to Sheriff John. They take turns. And then besides when it's no court in session, then they're obviously out doing, they're patrolling the streets. I think they should do that in our towns. They should have cops take turns in the schools. Like one day, Officer John's on Monday, and then Officer Jim's on Tuesday. You know what I mean? There's in jurisdiction, so it's still the town. Why not? Why can't they? I'll gladly.
Well, the parish I live here in Louisiana, they actually voted. The parish voted and we have deputies assigned to every school in the parish. And these are full-fledged post-level 1 deputies who are patrol certified, who are also SRO certified to work schools.
Exactly. And I
So
noticed
their
that.
sole job is to do nothing but secure the school.
And funny thing that you mentioned that, because down south, I noticed that they do that a lot. And my uncle-in-law, through marriage, I guess you can call it a step uncle, not uncle-in-law. He's a cop. He did 20 something years in New York, and then him and his family moved down to South Carolina or North Carolina. And he wasn't going to be a cop again. He was, got his retirement and stuff. And he's like, you know what? I might as well get a job down here. I'm sitting around doing nothing. So he was hired by the town. He was a town cop. And they put him in the schools. And all he does is patrol the school. You know what I mean? I think they need to do that and across the country. And not only that, I think they need to put bulletproof windows in the schools, bulletproof doors. They should have double doors, locks. There's so many things they can do to prevent shit like that. And I'll gladly pay the extra school tax as long as I know my kids are safe. You shouldn't have to worry about dropping your kids off in school and wondering if they're going to come back home.
Yeah,
It's a freaking
absolutely.
school.
I always say the biggest issue that we have in our schools is we have a lack of morality. We don't teach morals at home anymore as Americans. We allow the schools to do that, which, now we have kids confused on which bathroom to use. So, when I was growing up, it was not uncommon to see guns in people's houses. Just walk in there and there's a rifle laying in the corner. Because you grew up knowing that was a tool and, you were trained on how to use that.
Exactly. And you weren't going to touch
I remember
it.
going to high school and, we would go hunt after school. We'd get there, we'd tell the principal, he'd go out to our vehicle, get the rifle, go put it in his office. And you never had any issues.
Yeah.
But as soon as you took prayer and, morals away from, the schools, that was it. It's a free-for-all.
Yeah. Yeah. They have, they don't want the parents to have control. They want the teacher want to have control.
It used to be your parents would walk in there to school and would sit down in class to see what was going on in the school. So what the teachers were teaching. Now they don't even want the parents going there because it might distract the kids from learning.
Yeah, and it's a cover up for other things, the things that they're teaching. It's like, the same thing with media. Back in the day, media, they told you the daily news, what's going on. They weren't picking sides like they do now. It's the same thing with the schools. They teach their agenda. It's crazy. It's the world we live in. And now we have to worry about school shootings.
Yes, it really is. It really is sad that the state of affairs in our country.
Yeah, yeah, no, it is. It is. And there's, I'm not trying to make this political, but of course they're already starting on the gun thing. How about you start fixing the other problems before you worry about guns? How about the bail reform, especially in my state? They're letting out murderers and rapists and drug dealers on the streets. They arrest them, they bring them down to the station, and then they let them out. There's how about with people that need what's the word?
Mental health.
Mental health. Yeah. How many people that threaten to kill themselves and they're out on the road and going crazy. They take them to the hospital, they get them evaluated, and they give them a pill and they let them right out on the streets. You know what I mean? Bring them to a rehab. Let them, fix their problems.
Well, and a lot of it has to do with funding. That's a big reason why you don't see as much mental health available these days is because they've cut funding for other things.
Oh, yeah. But they'll go and send millions and millions of dollars to Ukraine. You know what I mean? It's where they put the money. It's where they use the money. They don't put it in the things that are important to us.
They put it in special interests.
Yeah, exactly.
They're interested in.
Exactly. And I think every American can agree on this, is that one thing that we hold dear to our heart the most, anyone, at anything, is our kids. And when it hurts our kids, people go crazy. And they
Well,
got.
absolutely. Our kids are our most precious resource in this country. I mean, they are the future of this country. And we need to start training this generation in a way that helps bring this country back from the brink. Because if we
Exactly.
don't, I mean, America's going to fall apart.
Oh yeah, exactly. And everyone makes fun of the elder generation. The boomers, the Gen Xers and stuff, but they didn't have half the problems they did. And I'm young. I'm considered a millennial, but I was raised a different way. Not to take handouts and to work for what I have and have respect for my elders. But
Well, they grew up in a hard time. The Great Depression, hit, and then they had to go fight another world war.
yeah.
I mean, they grew up in hard times, and they raised their kids to understand, duty and country, and work for what you need. And
Exactly.
slowly we've gotten away from that, and it's really sad.
Yeah, no, they then back in the day, like my parents' generation, my grandmother's generation, they had values. They loved the country. They had respect for their elders. They worked for everything they had. And the kids today, people my age and my friends, they want everything for free. If you lose, you get a trophy too. They're disrespectful. It's just it's crazy now, and not to mention too. I'm sure when you were a kid and people, older than you, they didn't have half the health problems they have today too. There wasn't as much cancer.
No, you're
It,
right on that. I mean, look at it. You don't feel like cooking on your you don't feel like cooking when you get home. What do? You stop by McDonald's, get you a Big Mac and some fries and a big old Coke.
yeah.
Everything's so processed now. Our parents growing up, they lived off the land. They made their own gardens and stuff like that. So versus nowadays, everything we have comes out of box.
Yeah.
And if there's not directions on the box, like, people are screwed.
Yeah.
I literally got one of my buddies that literally didn't know how to cook rice.
Oh wow.
Dude, how do you not know how to cook rice? He's like, well, I don't have an Instant Pot. I'm dude, it's called, get a pot, put some water in it, put the rice in it, start boiling it. Just, it's really not that complicated.
There's no common sense. And it's funny because me and my friend and a couple of buddies, we were camping. We had a camp. We set up some tents out in the woods by a lake, upstate New York. And I told him, I said, start cooking some breakfast. I said, make some hard-boiled eggs. I'll get the pancakes and bacon and stuff. And he said to me, he turned around, looked at me, and said, how do I make a hard-boiled egg? I said, you take the damn egg, you throw it in a pan full of water, you turn the water on, and you let it boil. There's your hard-boiled egg.
So in my defense, I actually suck at trying to boil eggs. I usually let Miss Liberty handle that because boiling eggs is something I'm not very good at, which is.
But you know what to do.
I do know what to do.
Yeah,
it's just the finished
water.
Product isn't too good.
Yeah, exactly. But you know how to take an egg and put it in a boiling pan of water, and that's how you make a hard-boiled egg. This kid had no idea. It's just, I don't know, everyone. And that's what brings us why we prep, why it's important to prep, and know these things and these survival skills, because we all know 90% of this country, if something were to happen, people wouldn't know what the hell to do.
No, absolutely. Like I challenge myself to every year learn a new skill. Not master it, but learn it. And since about 2016, I've been working on my ham radio license. I have my first 2 licenses, and I'm working on my last one. Now, I still don't understand radio theory like my older brother does, who's just a computer nerd.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the technological wizard. That's definitely my brother. He understands radio theory and radio wave propagation, all like that, way more than I do. I'm like, I turn the thing on, I punch in the frequency I want, and I key it up and hope that somebody hears me.
Yeah, I definitely want to start learning to do that. Work with
Uh,
radios and stuff. You know, that
I'll
would
send
be
you a
very.
link later to the book I used. And for somebody like me who is electrically stupid,
Me too.
uh, it is, dude, it's like you take a chapter and you just break it down over a period of a couple days and you just read the book, man. And it's really, really simple.
It's
It
like
makes
those.
it easy for like, for people like me that don't understand this stuff.
It's like those books. How to Work with Wood for Dummies type book, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's actually a book I own because I suck at woodworking.
Yeah.
Metal, I got.
Yeah.
Woodworking, no.
See, I'm the opposite. You know, I can work all day with wood. You know, I'm a carpenter for a living. You know, that's what I do for a living. I sand floors, I do and install floors, and I build houses. Um, but when it comes to like melding metal, like welding and stuff, fuck, I wouldn't know what to do.
It comes with practice and just doing it. Just getting out there, taking some scrap and welding scrap pieces together just over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah, because like if I cut a piece of metal too short, I can add some metal and make it longer. You cut that
Yeah,
board too short, that's a wrap. Throw it away and go get another one.
that's true. That's true. Yep. Or use it for a starter. That's about it. So, what do you think, Liberty? We give away the first spot here. We'll give away the round here. Spin the wheel.
Spin that wheel, baby.
Let's see. This is for, like I said, this is for the spots. Um, if you haven't emailed me or purchased a spot, this is not for you guys. When the spots are all called, then we'll start with the 600 GAW. So let's go. It's my son's little tablet here. This is for the round. This is for the main prize here. And let's hold on here.
Now he's gonna be looking for his tablet later that you jacked.
Let's see. Now, if it lands on the patriotic symbols, that's for. I'm gonna add 2 extra prizes if it lands on those. So number 6. Who's got number 6? Oh, BB won the channel round. Bullion Baby.
Congratulations.
Bullion Baby. He's another great guy in the community. I've become really good friends with Bullion Baby. So yeah, Bullion Baby won the channel round. Congrats, bro. I don't think he's in the chat right now.
I don't see him in there.
So if you guys don't believe me, I have it written down here so you guys can see. My handwriting's not the greatest, but number 6 is Bullion Baby. But don't worry, there's more. So this is for BB. And I have this beautiful commemorative $50 that I wasn't going to give away. This was going to be for my stack, but this is like an AUBU.
Yeah, that thing is sick.
Oh, yeah. It's 1892. It's the first year of the commemorative $50. And not only that, it's the first year of the Columbus $50. They made these in 1892 to 1893. This is an AUBU. You guys could probably, whoever wins it, can send it out and get graded. I would have sent this out. This is one of those coins you want to send out. But it's an $80 coin right here in this shape, in this condition. Yeah, no, it's really nice. I'm gonna
Now,
start.
who is that on the front?
That's Columbus. I guess
Okay.
that's supposed to be Christopher Columbus, and that's that's the Mayflower. Now, the cool thing about this coin is that the 2 most famous coin designers in United States history made this coin. You had Mr. Morgan that made the Morgan dollars. I forgot his first name. He designed, I think, the front of it or the back of it. I think the back, the Mayflower. He designed this part. And the guy who made the Barber design for the Barber half, Barber quarter, and the Barber dime made the front of it. I could be wrong. It could be Morgan that made the front and Barber the barber guy that did the back. If anyone knows in the chat, let me know. But I know those two guys designed this coin. And yeah, these are beautiful. I was going to keep it, but I'll let one of you guys have it. So this is for the second spin here. And let's go for it. 1 second. Yeah, I want to start getting more commemorative half dollars. I never really got into it, but I think I want to start getting into it now because they are awesome. They're just really expensive now. Really expensive.
All of them are getting expensive now.
Oh yeah, well, like look at Morgan dollars now. The Morgans are insane.
When I first started stacking, it was like my LCS was like $18 for a Morgan.
Yeah, exactly. Like a regular circulated Morgan, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, and even with the slab Morgans, about last year, like a PCGS MS 62 to 63, last year was like I remember getting them for like $50-$60. Now, you know, you're spending anywhere from 85 to 100. It's crazy. So
everybody's picking up silver.
Oh yeah. Let's clear the list here. Okay, we're gonna spin it again. This is for the commemorative half dollar, first year. $17 for the win. 17 is AG Stacker. AG Stacker 1776.
Congrats, dude.
Let me write this down so I don't forget. Come on, Liberty, you got to win something, man.
I'm not taking anything tonight. If it lands on mine, spin it again.
Oh no, we're not doing that. Oh, what did
yes,
I do?
we are.
What the hell did I do? Did I just get it? That's. Hey, bear with me here, guys. Where the hell did it go?
Did you delete the wheel?
Yeah, oh, there it is. Like I said, it's in my son's iPad here, and I don't really go on it. So let's see what we're gonna give away for prize number 2. The channel round was I'm gonna do 4 other prizes besides the channel round, so this is number 2. Let's try this Morgan dollar here. This is like a good or extra fine, I think my LCS said. It's an 1881. Let's see the mint mark there. I think it's an 1881 Philly. No mint mark.
Be a nice addition to anybody's stack.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. These dude, $30, 32 to $35 these are going for. It's insane. Crazy expensive.
And it's not even an ounce.
Nope, not even. Close, but no cigar. All right, let's spin again, guys. So far we have Bullion Baby for the channel round. We got AG Stacker for the commemorative Christopher Columbus commemorative half dollar. $24. Who's got 24? Silver Scorpion.
What?
Scorpion's got the Morgan. Look at that. I think we got 2 more to go for the for this GAW, and then for the spot, and then we'll start with the GAW. Yo, congratulations, Silver Scorpion. You got the Morgan, bro. 1881 Morgan. It's fine, extra fine, something like that. It's really nice. So what do you think we should give away right now, Liberty? You think we should do a Libertad or that beautiful BU Peace Dollar?
Peace dollar.
Peace Dollar. Yeah, this is like a low BU. It's 1924. Beautiful piece dollar.
Oh,
I
that
would
is
send this out.
nice.
I would send this out and get graded also. And I'm going to put that in the flip because a beautiful coin like that shouldn't be out in the air. So let's go for another spin, guys. Let's see what number it gets. $23. Juan Garcia. Juan Garcia, are you in the chat, man?
Congrats, dude. I don't see him in the chat.
And then we got one more to go. And that's we'll give away, what do you say, Libertad. Should I do the 2014 or the 2021?
Ooh. It is everybody's favorite topless coin.
Which one, guys, in the chat? 14 or 2021? $14, 2021. Come on, let's break the tie right now. 14 so far. I'm just shuffling the board right now. 21, 21. Let's see who's got more. 14, 14, 14, 21, 21. All right, guys, I think we're going to do the 14.
Yeah, 14's got it.
All right. So this is the last prize for the spot GAW. And then after that, we'll start with the regular 600 GAW. What has the lower mintage? 2014 or the 2021? Does anyone in the chat know? I know more about the older Libertads than the newer ones. I haven't really kept track of the newer ones, mintage wise. Does anyone know who has which one has the lowest mintage? The 21s or 14s? Let's get a good look at that.
Hold on, I'm looking it up.
This is a high premium piece of silver right here. I was looking these up on AppMex, and they wanted like $60 to $70 to $80 for some of these 1 ounce Libertads. What's up, guys? What's up, Potter Stacker, David G, Jimmy? What's up, Sailor Stacker, Salty Dog Chris, Joshua Bishop, Silver Pros 22, B Rags, Silver Streak. Oh, by the way, Silver Streak, I gotta send you your 1 ounce of silver for that shout out. Text me your address again. Well, email me your address again. I forgot. I don't know if you sent it to me or not.
So per Wikipedia, 2014 had a higher mintage.
Higher mintage. So the 2021 is lower. It has a lower mintage.
Hold on, let me go back to it. 2021. Nope, I stand corrected. 2021 has a higher mintage at 450,000. 2014 is 429,200.
Oh wow. So the 2014 has a lower mintage.
Correct.
Okay. All right, guys. This is for the 2014 Libertad. Let's. Oh, you would have had it, bro. Damn.
I'd have told you to spin again.
Oh, guess who won that one? You know who got it?
Triple P.
Yeah. So you guys, just want to show you guys for the spots here. We got Bullion Baby for the channel round. We got AG Stacker 76 for the Christopher Columbus commemorative. We got Pistol Pack and Pilot for the Libertad. We got Silver Scorpion for the Morgan and Juan Garcia for the Peace Dollar. So guys, that's it for the spots. Thanks guys for purchasing some spots on this game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And let's move on to the 600 GAW. So I guess we'll start off with the main prize here, the 2021 Libertad. And we have 26 people in the chat, so we're gonna one of you guys can guess one number. I'm gonna put it in the chat, one number, and whoever guesses it obviously wins, but just one guess. Let me comment down below here. 1 second. That's for this 2021 Libertad. Just bear with me for a minute. I gotta comment down. What number should I pick? Should I do 100 through 140? Should I do 1 through 30? What do you think, Liberty?
Do 1 through 30.
1 through 30. All right, let me write down my number. Just one guess, guys. When I say stop, you guys got to stop guessing. All right. 1 through 30. Go. Stop. Let me comment down below. Let me see this. I see the number already. Let me just double check. Make sure. You won't believe this, who won again. This is crazy. He's on a roll today, man. He's on a roll.
Scorpion?
22. Hey, Liber, you want to double check and see if it's Silver Scorpion looked like he looks like the first person that said 22, but I know sometimes the streams lag. On my side, it says that. You want to just double check?
Yeah, I'm checking right now.
Yeah, on my messages, I said 1 through 30, go. So I just want to make sure he...
Yeah, I don't see anybody else with a 22.
Yo, Silver Scorpion, you got it, bro. What did he win before? What did he win before? The Morgan, I think?
Ooh, I don't remember.
Yeah, the Morgan. He got the Morgan and the 2021 Libertad. Holy crap. This guy's on a roll, man. Wow, congratulations, bro. Awesome. Wow. All right, so I guess we'll do another number. We'll give away... We got two 1957 silver certificates. They're like in outstanding condition. They're like really crisp. There's two of them in here. And that'll be one of our next GAWs right here. So this one we'll do, comment down below. I don't do this much, so it's it's a mess. What do we have, like 30 people in the chat?
I can't see the chat number, so.
Yeah, I think we have like 30. Hold on. Again, just one guess, guys. $30 through $60. You guys can start guessing. I don't think I see the number yet. Ooh. Let's stop. I see the number. So here's the number, guys. 31. And someone got it, but I want to double check and make sure there's no one ahead of him. You see any other 31s besides Silver Streak?
Silver Delta, but Silver Streak's before him.
So Silver Streak got it, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Congratulations, Silver Streak. You got the 2 silver certificates. These are really nice. Congratulations, man. So let me write that down so I don't forget. I can't believe Silver Scorpion won twice. That's crazy. So up next, we'll have Liberty pick a number. How about that? How's that sound, Liberty?
All right.
I would just, you can just, guess and think of a number and have them pick, or just write to me in a chat and I'll write it down in a private chat. So for this one,
Check it.
all right, let me write that down.
Yeah, I can't type in the chat for whatever reason. I can only do private chat.
Yeah, no, that's so, that's. So I guess we'll do, I know what we can do here. First, let me show what else is next. We're going to be giving away these 2 Red Seal $2 bills. There's 2 of them. Also very crisp. This one's a 1953. And this one's a 1963. And on top of that, we're going to give this beautiful Donald Trump $1 bill. Now, this is actually a real bill with a Donald Trump sticker on the bill. These are pretty cool. But it's a real $1 bill.
Was that the ones you picked up on vacation?
Yeah, I was going to go back and get more for you guys. but I never ended up getting back there to buy more. But I got the guy's card so I can order them. I plan on sending you guys a few. Yeah, those are the ones I picked up, though. Dude,
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
those things are cool.
genius, because the guy told me what he does. He goes to the bank and he orders crisp bills, like straight from the feds, before they even go into circulation. And obviously they're $1, they're $1. He'll give them, thousands of dollars in dollars. He gets these stickers made up for like pennies, and he throws them on the dollar. So he's into that each dollar for like $1.25, and then he sells them for $5.99. And he sells out.
Why
He
can't we?
sells
Why
out.
can't we think of some shit like that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. The guy's like, there's people out there that just definitely know how to make money. And I told him, I'm like, dude, that's the best scam ever. That's like
you can't even be mad about that.
no, they're awesome, dude. I fell victim to it. I had to get them. I got like 3 of them or 2 of them. You see your number yet? I don't see it. I don't see it. And we have 2 more GAWs, and then after that, that's it for the GAWs. That's it.
No, I don't see the number.
Yeah, I don't see the number either. Yeah, dude, I wish I thought of something like that. Like I said, he told me, he's like, all said and done, after each bill I probably spend, plus obviously the dollar, and then he's like, maybe 25 to 30 cents per sticker, and he sells them for $5.99. And people buy them like a crap load because they're real. And not only that, it's cool. They got all kinds of different stickers. He has Trump ones. He's got ones with like Scarface.
Because now it's art.
Yeah, he's got all kinds. Oh, I see it.
Yep, there it is.
Is it the same guy you're looking at?
Silver POZ 22. Yep, that's him.
Got it. Silver Pro, right? No, Silver Pause. Silver Pause 22. Yep, you got it, man. 55.
Sorry, I butchered your name, dude.
Let me just write this down. Now, guys, unless I know you guys and, I talk to you, like Silver Scorpions, obviously you don't need to email me. I'll talk to you through the chat. Same thing with BB. But Silver Pause and Silver Streak, I need your guys' address, so just email me. But you got this, man. You got these 2 beautiful red sealed $2 bills and this Trump dollar bill. All right, so we got this beautiful Walker. We're gonna do a goal. That's up. We're gonna do this. It's 43. I don't know, I would say average circulated. Nothing crazy, but say it's still free silver.
Free is good.
That's it. Yeah, they're about what, $10-11 a piece now. They're constitutional silvers went up crazy.
I know for the longest I was doing a thing on eBay with picking them up, and I was getting them for like $4 or $5 when silver was $25, $26 an ounce.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, man, you can't even get a slicked out one for under $10.
No, you can't. It's crazy. Constitutional is one of my favorite silvers to stack. That and bars, 10-ounce bars. I love stacking that stuff. But I've had to take a break with Constitutional. I lied. I did pick up some dimes today, but they're freaking expensive. They're crazy expensive. There's like $30 to $35 an ounce. You're paying for constitutional silver now. It's
I mean, the best deal right now is gold. I mean, the premium isn't as crazy.
Yeah, gold.
However, it's just expensive.
Yeah, that's the only thing. You know what I mean? Gold. That's why I've been stacking more gold recently than silver, because it's the premiums aren't as bad. Oh, we got a winner. I forgot to tell you the number.
What was the number?
101. I think, what's his name there? Mark Mitchell, Old Man Prospecting. I think he had 101.
He
Oh,
did.
no. Was it him or was it Chu Zhang or whatever?
I'm showing Mark Mitchell before him.
March. Okay. Because it only let me go so far back. Yeah. Okay. So Mark got the walker. Mark, just email me. My email's in my description or on my bio on YouTube. So I can get your address and I'll send this out to you. But you got the beautiful 1943 walker. Man, my hands are dirty. Just got done staining the job. I literally came home from work. Problem with the stain, though, it stains your hands. And the only thing that can get it off is thinner, unless you wait a couple days, like paint thinner. And the thinner eats at your skin.
Oh, trust me, I totally get it because, like, I get my hands covered in oil and grease all the time, and it's like you can't scrub it out of the creases in your fingers and underneath your fingernails.
Yeah.
Unless you get like gasoline or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Even with
No.
like a good pumice soap, it still doesn't come out.
See, like the stain, especially the fingers, the stain, it gets under everything, and the only thing that can get it out is a paint thinner or like certain alcohols. I'm sure gasoline would work, but it really irritates my skin, and it starts to sting. So I try not to do that. So I just let it. I wait a couple days, and I just continue to wash my hands and shower, and eventually it gets less and less, and it comes off. But you have to wait it out. I could drench them in thinner, and it would come right off. But like I said, it's after a while of doing that, it really fucks up your skin.
Yeah, I tried wearing like the latex gloves and all like that when I'm working on Jeeps, and it's just I can't deal with it. I can't stand it.
Yep. So what we're gonna do here. So we got two more GAWs here. Oh, well, this is the final GAW, actually. Two beautiful $1 gold backs. We have New Hampshire, and Nevada. So this is for the last. This is the last of it right here. Liberty, you want to pick a number?
What's our range?
Whatever. You can do 2,000, 3,000. Make this one hard, maybe, since it's gold.
Let's do 1 to 500.
Oh, that's gonna... You got it, man. 1 to 500.
I sent it to you.
All right. Let me guess. All right. All right. Let me calm it down. You said 1 to 500, right? People are going to be,
100 to 500. 100 to 500.
Oh, 100 to 500. You guys can make multiple guesses for this one until we see the number.
Done.
What happened?
Done. It's over.
Oh, somebody already called it?
Yep.
Oh, shit. All right. Who got it?
William Barlow.
William Barlow. 357. Congratulations, man. You won 2 beautiful gold backs. Now you just need 998 more of these, and you'll have an ounce of gold. 1/1000 of an ounce. These are beautiful, though. They are very nice. The art they put into these. And I heard they're, I guess Wyoming is going to be the next state to come out with these.
Yeah, a lot of states are issuing them getting them as a voluntary currency. It's it's a really great product.
Oh yeah, these are awesome, and they're unique. They're different. and it's actually, it's like sound money. It's real money. It's gold, and it's like our old money when it was backed by gold, or it was made out of gold or silver. So it's cool that they're bringing this back, and hopefully, more states take it on. It seems like they're averaging one state a year. They have Utah, Nevada, Wyoming, and they only started coming out.
They also have New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, Nevada, Utah, and then Wyoming, right? So there's 3 of them right now, and then they'll have, if Wyoming comes out, it'll be 4.
Yeah, I think Wyoming's the next state out.
Yeah, so they're like averaging a state a year, because these goldbacks only came out like 2-3 years ago. I wonder which state will be next after Wyoming. Probably
California.
California.
Hoping for Louisiana.
What happened?
I said I'm kind of hoping for a Louisiana one.
Yeah. I'm hoping for a New York one. But these are cool. Congratulations.
Well, I mean, you got New Hampshire, which is right up there by you.
Yeah, New Hampshire's real close. Yeah, I don't know. I would say 5 hours from me, maybe. Silverstruck and Yankee Stacking lives in New Hampshire.
Yeah, I keep forgetting how big the state of New York actually is.
Oh, dude, it's humongous. It's definitely a humongous state. The thing with what I found amazing is going from, if I wanted to drive from where I live in New York all the way up to like the tip top, like Waterloo, New York, or like Niagara Falls, that's a 7-hour drive.
Whoa.
Now, if I were to drive from where I live in New York down to, say, Virginia, like Richmond, Virginia, that's a 7-hour drive. So I'm driving through 3 to 4 states to get to Virginia in the same time that I'm still driving to New York to get to upstate New York. So it's
kind of crazy.
Yeah, no, it's people don't realize.
But I mean, really, when you think of New York, you think of New York City and Albany.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Albany is the state capital, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. And Albany actually came later. It's the state capital. It's been that way for many years, hundreds of years. I think 100, maybe 150 years. It's been the capital. But before that, the capital of New York was actually Kingston, New York, and Kingston is really close to me. But everyone thinks, especially from down south or Midwest, that's never been to New York. When they hear New York, they think of New York City. They think of Albany. But New York, where I live, it's pretty much all farmlands, and there's so much beauty in this state. It's very nice. And if they didn't have,
well, y'all actually have a big dairy industry up there.
What happened?
I said y'all actually have a pretty big dairy industry up there in New York.
Oh yeah, humongous dairy industry. Not only that, apples are insane. There's like everywhere you drive, there's apple orchards, farms and apple orchards. It's a beautiful state, and if it wasn't for the politics and for the prices here, I would never leave, because I love it. You have all 4 seasons, so you can get to enjoy, the weather and stuff, and it's just a pretty state, and they have a lot to offer. It's just the prices are expensive, and the politics suck.
Unfortunately, that's becoming a trend in a lot of places.
Well, yeah, that's like my in-laws. They moved down to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and that was the place to move because it was cheap, and you had your beach, and it's it was everyone is moving there. So now that everyone's moving there, the housing market is no longer cheap down there. They're still wanting $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 for a house. The only difference is that I think, what do you pay? I think they pay $800 a year in taxes, in property tax. Well, where I live, I pay $12,000 to $14,000 a year for property tax.
Oh,
so that's
horrible.
That's the benefit, but the prices out there are starting to climb, just like over here. But it also probably, it's also a tourist area, so that doesn't
See, like
help.
ours is homeowners insurance down here. like homeowners insurance is, because I recently became a homeowner. I lived in a family home that was my grandparents, and it was
Uh-huh.
actually placed in my name beginning of this year. And because the house changed owners, even though it was the same insurance company, like the rate doubled,
Yeah.
and
I heard.
it was painful.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, dude. When my in-laws told me that they only pay $800 a year, and mind you, they just built a 4-bedroom house, um, about 10 minutes from Myrtle Beach. So in a town called, I think, Cornwall or something. It's like outskirts of Myrtle Beach, so it's not more private, not so busy because they don't want to be directly in Myrtle Beach where it's people are visiting all through the year. When they told me they pay $800 a year for property tax.
Hey, you lost your picture.
Yeah, no,
They're
I know.
talking about it in the chat.
Yeah, no, I left the desk, so I turned off the camera. I don't want everyone seeing my house. um, yeah, no, I almost shit myself when they told me $800 a month, $800 a year. I was shocked. I didn't know it was so low, so cheap. But you got to think of it. People down there probably don't think that's cheap.
Like everybody here in Louisiana, especially like where I live, they're moving to South Mississippi because the cost of living is so much cheaper in Mississippi. Like tax on the land is cheaper, insurance is cheaper, your automobile insurance is cheaper. Like Louisiana has one of the most expensive automobile insurances out there.
Really? Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard in the southern states, um, you the property tax is cheap, but you have to pay something for your vehicles yearly. Is there like a tax on your
Uh,
vehicles?
n- Only on a commercial vehicle. So, like,
Okay.
if my company owns a vehicle, I have to pay a tax on it. However, like, we did a tort reform a while back that really wasn't a tort reform. It was more of the insurance companies got what they wanted. So, it actually made it a lot harder to file lawsuits in like motor vehicle accidents.
Yeah.
So, one of the things it's done is like you have 1 year from the day of the accident to file suit, or the whole case is like the whole claim is dismissed. So, for example, like if you get in an automobile accident and it's a major accident, like you're not going to be whole within a year, like especially if you have to have surgeries. It may be, year and a half, 2 years, depending on how bad the wreck was. Well, you're forced, right before a year to file suit before you even finish any possible treatments. Now, not every wreck would be like that, but that's one of those things that just kind of drives up the cost of insurance.
Yeah.
Plus, we have a lot of drivers here that don't have insurance, which makes the insurance costs go up as well.
That's true. Yeah, that was funny because I'm big in in the chat. I'm big with classic cars. I love buying old vehicles and stuff and working on them, and so anything older than 25 years you can put classic insurance, which is like dumb cheap. So I have Haggerty car insurance for my classic vehicles, and they're a southern classic car insurance agency. I deal with them. I've dealt with them for a few years now, and I was paying $48 a month for my classic car, which is cheap. It's really cheap. And this year, when I went to renew, they wanted $36 a month. I said, "Wow, you guys dropped $10 in times like this. I thought, if anything, you guys would raise it or something." And they said, "No, we dropped it because there's not many car accidents. We don't get many reports out by you in your area." So I was happy about that, but they dropped me to like I'm saving $10 a month, a little over $10 a month.
Well, a lot of the classic cars, they don't actually get on the roadway. They're put in trailers and trailered to, the event. Then they're pushed out the trailer, parked in a little parking spot, and they may cruise up and down the block for the little thing, and then
Yeah.
it goes back in the trailer and goes back to storage.
Yeah,
For
exactly.
your really expensive classic cars.
Exactly, and that's what they asked me if how many miles will I be putting on the classic car a year, and I said I don't know. I said 500 total with everything, and they said all right. So I guess you have to stay like under a certain. They know they're not everyday cars. You're not going to be taking a classic car and driving it every day. Most of the time they are parked, especially in New York. There's only I don't know 6 months out of the year that you can really drive it. I take my
because the salt will eat them to pieces.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's why when I go buy older vehicles, I always travel. I go out of state. I go down to southern Pennsylvania, northern Virginia, Carolinas. Because that's where you get your best cars. Those cars can sit in the field for
The best
years.
place to go to find cars that are in like pristine condition that are old cars are like the Southwest, like Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, because they don't get a lot of salt. It's a very dry environment, and for whatever reason, those vehicles they're always better.
Yeah, like where the dry heat is, like in Nevada and Arizona area, out. Yeah, exactly. Because even down south, you do get a lot of humidity. And
Because like occasionally I deal with like Grand Wagoneers and stuff like that, and Wagoneers, and man, you can tell the ones that came out the South because they're rotted to pieces from mud and sand, trapping the moisture against the body panels. But the ones that come from out west, man, they have like little bitty rust spots, just that you can just clean up so easily. But the ones from up north, like you just get what you can get off them and send them to the scrapyard.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we usually travel. We never buy old vehicles unless they're garage kept in the state of New York. We'll look at things and stuff, but yeah, no, most of the time we're traveling. We're going everywhere to get cars because they're just most of the time, they just need a paint. You sandblast them, you just clean them up and you use somebody. Sometimes you don't even have to do that. Sometimes they just need a new paint job.
Yep, just a fresh coat of paint.
That's it. Yeah, we usually. Reason why I'm saying we is me and my father. We're big into old cars. He got me into it when I was a kid, and we go around and we'll buy cars, we'll fix them up, and we'll sell them or we'll keep them. Depending on what car. We just picked up a '55 Bel Air.
Ooh,
Which he had one and he redid it all. That was a New York car, but the only thing, believe it or not, the only thing that was rotted was where the wheel well, where in the trunk for the spare tire.
Where it traps and holds everything.
Exactly. And that's actually when the car companies give you a real tire, not these crappy spares now.
I mean, some cars you don't even get a spare.
Yeah. I know, like Jeeps, I think still give you like a tire and stuff. But back in the day, they gave you real tires. You actually had a real tire, not these little spares that it'll get you to where you need to be. But I see people riding on the shit you're not supposed to.
I struggle because like my Jeep's on 37s, and so my spare tire doesn't actually fit underneath the bed of my Gladiator. So riding around town, I just don't want a $700 tire and rim just hanging out in the bed of my truck for somebody to steal.
Yeah.
So I just leave my shop because I have an onboard air compressor. So if I pick up a flat, I can plug the tire and fill it back up.
Exactly.
And only if I lose the tire, like it blows out, do I worry. But I've actually got a tire carrier on order. I'm just supply shortage just in manpower because the company's out of California.
This supply chain right now is so screwed up with everything. I feel bad for the people that have babies right now. I'm lucky. My twins, they just got off formula, I don't know, 4 months ago. But the formula situation, there's no formula in these stores besides the formula that kids usually don't drink. Like some type of fancy organic or colic formula. But even then, you find nothing.
We have a place that we usually go once a week, the little ice cream shop here in the parish where I live, And they make their own ice cream and stuff like that. Well, they just closed down this week because the supply chain was so bad that they could not get the materials they needed to make ice cream.
Oh,
Think
yeah.
about that.
That's crazy. It's insane. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you're reading the chat, but everyone's giving away their prizes here. Silver Scorpion said Silver Streak gets my lib for catching what y'all missed, and Charles gets my Morgan. Oh, wow.
What do we miss?
What did we miss? Yeah, what did we miss? Wow, that's very generous, bro. Like I said, so whoever's giving away what, just email me so I can get your address, and I'll send it. And yeah, that's very nice of you, bro. And I think Silver Streak gave his bills to Silver Ripples. So just be sure, just email me, guys, so I can send those out to you. I want to make sure you guys.
They said we missed everything.
Yeah, I missed a lot in the chat. Patriotic, check my Instagram so they know. Oh, by the way, JP says he loves 55 Bel Airs. Yeah, they're beautiful. So what I was saying, we had my father bought one, and he had it sandblasted, redone. It must have cost him probably 50, 60 grand all said and done. He sold that at a car show in Pennsylvania. It's a big car show they do once a year. It's called Carlisle. The town is called Carlisle, but it's like the Carlisle car show or something. It's humongous, dude. It would literally take you a full weekend to actually go through and take your time and look at everything. I would say 2 8-hour days to really
That's
get
a good car show.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, it's like a flea market too. They have like yard people bring their stuff for yard sales, and they have flea market. It's awesome, dude. You when you go there, you gotta have a pocket full of money. But
It's like going to a gun show.
Yeah, exactly. And he sold it for I think $125,000. Oh yeah, it was because Bel Airs are crazy expensive. If you do it right, if you redo them right, you can get good money. And then he took that money and he bought one that was the same year, but it wasn't. I think it was split. What do they call it? They had the 2 separate windows. What do they call them?
Like talking about in the front?
Yeah, it was no on the sides. There, you have just the top that goes through with one big window, and then you have one that splits it, both windows. Fuck, I forgot the name of it. What did they say? Anyways, yeah, he bought one of those, and that didn't need no work done. That was just like, he just bought it and pretty much got in it and drove. It's one of those cars. It was already redone. The guy spent crazy money also, and he picked that up from the guy for like 60 grand, and he still had, that's what he put into the other one. He sold that for 125, and then bought another Bel Air for 60 and pocket the rest of the money that he did for this. He sold. So he made a killing on that, and he also walked away with a 55 Bel Air.
Yeah.
Those cars are beautiful, but the thing is, when you get into Bel Airs and Cadillacs, you're and you got to redo it. The amount of chrome and how much it's going to cost you to do all that.
And the people who are looking for this car know what belongs and what don't belong.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I was, when I started learning about working on cars with my father through the years, I was shocked on what the price, how it cost, to get a good paint job, what the prices cost, and how much goes into that paint job. He sent cars that he spent 30 grand just on paint, and I was like baffled. I was like, holy crap! They do an outstanding job. Like this Bel Air, it had like a metallic burgundy with white. Oh my god, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful car. But
yeah, and a very good painter, man. He can almost name his price.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
because I mean, you can do everything perfect in the car, but if the paint looks like shit, there's no point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. And you can spot away a mile away if it's a shitty paint job or a good paint job. And you'll be surprised what a paint job can do to a car. Like for example, the in the beginning I didn't like the Broncos when they came out. I didn't
The newer ones?
Yeah, the new ones. I didn't
Yeah, I
care
still don't
for them.
like them.
And then it grew on me, and I bought one. But the big reason why it grew on me is because one day I was driving down the road and I seen this mustard yellow, kind of orange color on the Bronco, and it made me love it. All of a sudden, I was like, man, that is a sharp car.
Especially like if you get it with like the Sasquatch package where it's got the blacked out rims and fenders. Yeah, it's really gonna pop.
Yeah, you'll be, like I said, you'll be surprised what a paint job can do to a car. You know what I mean? It can be the most ugliest car out there, and then you get like a cool paint job or a cool color, and it'll make that car look like a total different vehicle. You know, so
Oh,
there's
trust me, it was hard for me to return that loaner that they gave me while my Gladiator was in the shop, just because like I've always wanted a dark green Jeep,
oh yeah,
and having that Sarge green Rubicon Gladiator was
oh
like,
wow,
oh, dude, the only thing was like it had the color matched hardtop, and I wanted the black hardtop because I like that dark OD green and black mix. Yeah, it makes it look tough.
yeah,
Yeah, but it wasn't a deal breaker. But the fact that the truck was $60,000 and they weren't coming off the price at all was the deal breaker.
oh yeah, yeah. They don't, dude. The dealerships now, they don't make a deal at all. Because they know there's a shortage right now. If people want it, they'll buy it.
And
And
the crazy thing is, my Gladiator is a 2020. I've got 25,000 miles on it, and they will give me more than what I paid for it.
yeah, dude, they're calling my wife right now, and they've called me for my Bronco that I just got not too long ago. They're calling me and offering me 5,000 more than I paid. They're calling my wife for I bought, a Honda Odyssey Elite, those Odyssey vans, and I paid all said and done, I think 53, and they're offering me like 54 for it. It's already got 20 something thousand miles on it, and I mean it's broken in, and because they can't get cars, in it, so they're calling people that just bought cars, within the last few years, and they're offering them the same price or if not more for these cars.
Well,
And,
they had a press release earlier this week about the Ford Bronco that Ford dealerships are having people cancel their orders because they can't get their Broncos because they can't get the damn chips for the things, and there's
yeah,
thousands of them sitting in lots waiting on chips.
yep, they can't get them in. And also too, if you do order a Bronco, you have to pay full right there. A lot of
Yeah, because
situations.
they're not taking the order or paying for it they're not honoring the price at the time of the sale
Yep, you
or
gotta,
time of the order.
if it's $54,000 or 60 grand, you gotta pay it right there before it's in. They're doing that too. It's the market's insane. The used, like I told you, I got in that car accident recently with the van. I totaled my work van. I sent you guys pictures, right?
Yeah, it was pretty gnarly.
Yeah, I was out shopping, and I wanted a new one. I was like, fuck it, I'll lease a work van and I'll write it off. I recommend leasing your work vans. It's, in my opinion, the best. Unless you go over the mileage, but you can also ask for more mileage. But the prices they were asking and they wanted for them was ridiculous. And then I was looking at it, I was like, fuck it, I'll get a used van. I'll get a decent used van. Dude, it was about the same price. So at that point, I might as well buy a new one. So what I ended up doing, my buddy was selling a Nissan, uh, what the fuck they call them? It looks like they're weird shaped truck.
Is that's the NV series of vans, huh?
Yeah, but it's the small top. It doesn't have the tall top.
It's the one that looks like a pregnant roller skate.
Yeah, it's the NV 1500. Yep.
Oh, okay. I know which one you're
Yep.
talking about now. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So
I was thinking of something different.
yeah, yeah. They're weird looking, but I like them because I use them a lot for doing floors, and they're just nice, comfortable trucks. And they wanted my buddy was selling one, had almost 300,000 miles. I mean, he took care of it though, and he I paid, I don't know, 4 grand for it. He came down on the price for me, and I paid him like 4 grand. And I'm driving that now until the market dies down because I'm there's no way I'm going to spend $50,000, $60,000 on a truck right now.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I just don't see the market going anywhere right now, other than staying the same or going up.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I mean, Biden's out there saying that this is the cost of high fuel prices or the cost of going to green energy. No, that's the cost of you saying we can't drill in Alaska anymore.
yeah, yeah. It's a
That's
it's a it's a whole plot for people because in New York they're doing this. I don't know if it's New York or worldwide. I think it's New York. By 2035, they want to have emission free, no gasoline cars. So I think the whole big reason now with this whole green deal they're doing and the environment, let's say the environment, blah 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 blah, they're they close down the lines, the gas lines, and make gas and oils and propanes and everything so expensive that it's going to force people to buy electric. And then also too now these dealerships are having supply problems and chip problems. But
But the
but you
problem, here's the thing with trying to go electric, our grid can't handle it. I mean, you
oh
already
yeah,
saw in Texas what happened when the temperature dipped a couple years back. I mean, they were having power outages because it could not handle it. And now you want to start charging electric cars?
yep. And guess what they were doing when the windmills in Texas froze up? They were spraying oil on the shit. They were using helicopters it's don't change something that works. You know what I mean? It's a simple thing like if we want to go all electric, well, look at the power lines. You get a little bit of rain, a little bit of wind, knocks the power off. A little bit of snow, your power's screwed up. But they want to go electric. Electric's gonna save the day.
And look,
It's
I'm not knocking electric. It has its place. It absolutely has its place. But for the average person, most are going to find for the average consumer, a gasoline powered vehicle is going to be a better option than an electric
oh yeah,
because the
exactly.
technology it just isn't there
No,
yet to
nope.
make it extremely affordable.
Yep, and it's gonna be so expensive, and people are like, oh, we'll save on electric. We'll save on gas and propane stuff. Well, yeah, but how about your electric bill that you're gonna have to pay? You know what I mean? And not only that, with these electrical cars too, if there's something happens to those electric cars, you can't bring it to a mechanic shop. Look at Tesla. They make it so you have to bring it to a Tesla dealership.
Well, and here's the other thing that people don't realize: like with gasoline, you can store gasoline, you can get it to hold for extended period of times. With your electric car, once you charge that battery up, over time that battery is going to begin to self-discharge.
What
Even if
happens?
you're not even using, even you just disconnect the battery. Like let's just say you pop the leads off the battery, so the battery's not going to hook to anything. Over time, it will self-discharge.
Yep. And what happens if
So,
the whole power grid takes a crap? We have a heat wave, or like back in 2004. I remember there was a wait something that happened, and we were out of power the whole state of New York for 2 weeks. How you going to charge your electric car?
and a
It's
solar panel just can't gather enough energy.
no.
You have to have so many solar panels to charge that many kilowatt hours to run an electric car. Because I mean
Yep.
that is drawing a lot of power. It's
Yeah.
very easy to run the light bulbs in your house. Because those really don't draw that much power. But when you start talking about you're going to move a 4,000-pound vehicle at 60 miles an hour, that's a huge demand for energy.
Yeah. Well, Silver Coin's got a good point here. Silver Clan, electric cars are not a new concept. They had them in the early 1900s, just moved too slow. Yeah, just like in the 80s. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a guy that made a car that ran off water, and some company bought him out and pretty much buried it because
Oh yeah,
they
you're talking about the hydrogen fuel cell.
yeah, he pretty much they did something and they buried it because they didn't want people to know. So, but
Well,
there's all kinds of things you can do. You know what I mean? But we've been using
what the
gasoline.
federal government needs to do is let the private sector push the technology and not the federal government push the technology because the private sector can do everything much more efficiently than the federal government can. And if you want proof of that, look at the post office versus like FedEx.
Oh yeah, Exactly. I understand what they're trying to do with the electric thing. You know what I mean? It's good to know that you have other sources, other ways for transportation, to make vehicles to power your house and this and that. But we're
I
like you
mean,
said, we're not at that point
I've
yet.
got a buddy of mine. He's a realtor, and for his vehicle that he uses for when he's going to do show homes stuff, he actually uses an electric vehicle.
Yeah,
But I mean, he also writes the vehicle off. Now his personal vehicle, he's got a Tahoe that he drives every day.
yeah,
But
yeah.
for showing homes and running around, he uses an electric vehicle because it's cheaper for him than to burn gas.
Exactly. Exactly. I think everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. But to sit there and try to force, I know in the future, regardless, we're going to be going electric. Do I think 2035? No. And 100 years from now, yeah. But oil and gasoline works great, and it's worked great for hundreds, about 100, almost 150 years.
And
You know,
the big lie we're telling is that, oh, the fuel reserves are low. There is so much oil and gas off the coast of Virginia and California. It's not even funny.
oh yeah, dude. There's
We have
there's
more oil reserves in the in the uh, in the Arctic, you know, but they won't let us drill for it.
nope, nope. Well, it's like my family. My mother's side, they're all from Norway, and they're known for their oil rigs out in the ocean. Pretty much every oil rig you see out in the ocean is owned by the Norwegian companies, or Scandinavian companies. And Norway is one of the richest countries in the world. If you look it up, it's because of their oil, because of their their ports. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with it, man. And they say, oh, it pollutes. It's bad for the land. It's bad for everything. Listen, even us breathing is not that good. It's
Well, I
everything in
mean,
moderation.
electric vehicles aren't that good for the environment because most plants are fired by fossil fuels.
Yeah, exactly.
And lithium is a very, very toxic substance.
Yeah,
So, what are you going to do
it's a
with those
double.
lithium batteries when you're done with it? You're not just going to chuck that in your local landfill. At least I hope you wouldn't.
It's a double-edged sword no matter what way they go. It's polluting the earth if you use electricity the way with the things they use, and same thing with gas and oil. But at least oil, you know, comes out of the ground. It's freaking, what do they say? It's dinosaurs, from
Yeah,
through the years.
it's old biomatter
Yeah,
that's been
and
under pressure for millions of years.
now they're crying, like in where I live in New York. They're crying about the fertilizer that they put on the farms, cow shit. Oh, it's not good for. There's protesters literally in front of these farms.
Man, fucking bear shits in the woods.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your shit's going in the toilet. Where do you think that shit's going? You know what I mean? No matter what. You know what I mean? Yeah, we can cut down with recycle. We can recycle more. We
We
can
can
do other
always do
things.
a better job of being better stewards of the land.
Yes, yes, exactly. But the
And
way we're
that's
living,
one of the things that people don't get is like I'm for forestry. You know, I like forestry because I like my home. I like being able to wipe my butt with paper, which comes from a
exactly.
tree.
Yeah.
Because I damn sure don't want to use a pine cone.
Nope. I'm with you.
But
That's what.
that doesn't mean we should just go out there and clear cut every tree we see. You
Yeah.
have to be responsible with it. It's just like if you're going to go hunting, you only take what you're going to eat. You don't just go out there and start, whacking animals.
Exactly.
You
And
only
that's what.
take what you need.
And that's what comes down to moderation. Everything in moderation. If you're gonna go and eat McDonald's every day of your life, you're gonna probably have a heart attack, clogged arteries. You're probably gonna die younger. If you have it once in a while, it's not bad. That's with everything. You know what I mean? We need oils. We need electricity to live the way we do in our generation now. But if they start with the whole
Imagine being
environment,
an electric airplane.
gosh, I don't know if I trust it. A cloud comes by, it blocks the solar rays.
Just
You
it's
know,
over with.
it's just crazy. And they cry like the whole thing with vegetarians, right? Don't eat meat. It's bad for the environment. It's bad for people. Blah 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 blah. You're killing animals. But
Animals
they
kill
want
animals every day.
Yeah, not only that, but trees and plants. We use that shit to breathe. That keeps us alive. That keeps the animals alive. So let's eat plants and trees that make medicines that, help us breathe and animals breathe every day. But let's cut them down. They're fine to eat. Don't eat animals. That's you're abusing animals. It's bad. It's terrible. It's terrible for the environment, this and that. But no, let's cut down the trees that we need, and the plants that make medicine, and we'll eat that. You know what I mean? It's just the whole. It's simple. It comes down to moderation. Everything in moderation.
Yeah,
Electricity
and
is
that's the
good.
thing. Even too much water is bad for you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's just it's double-edged sword no matter what way you look at it. That's why it comes down to everything in moderation. You need electricity to power your house. You need meats to eat. You need plants to eat. You need gas and oil to heat your house, to drive your vehicles. You know what I mean? Every so many years, every 100 and something years, they change to a new power source. You know, 150 years ago, it was steam and coal. Well, now it's gas and oil, and now they're
And I
working on
think I think
electricity.
America would actually have a bright future in nuclear energy.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
while it does produce a waste that has to be stored properly, it's very, very clean when handled properly.
exactly.
And
Exactly.
yes, we have made mistakes, but however, we've made mistakes in the oil industry, the gas industry, the you know, you have issues in plants. So it has to be managed, but it can be a phenomenal resource for the United States.
Exactly. Exactly. There's so many things they can do. Just like what I think now with electricity, the power lines. If you go to Europe, 90% of there's no power lines most of the time. They're all underground through the cities, throughout the towns. If you go out to old villages that haven't really been updated, it's power lines obviously. But we are like the only country that most of our country is full of power lines.
Well,
Every
we
time
got a
that
1950s, 1960s grid.
yeah, upgrade that shit. If you want to, there's things they can. I don't know. It's things they can do. Like put the shit underground where people don't lose power when it's a little rainstorm. Or you have to worry about someone hitting a fucking pole and knocking the power. Your
The
power.
road hazard.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's put it underground.
So here's a question New Silver Stacker poses. What do
Oh,
you guys think of the falling testosterone levels in men in the USA over the last 70 years?
we're seeing it now.
Yep.
We're
We
seeing
got a
it now.
generation that can't even start a lawnmower.
And what do you think of this? When I was, like I said, I'm not that old. I'm young, but I remember like when I was a kid. Well, I can't say me was a kid, but I notice now that I'm older. There's these 12-year-old guys, kids, boys that have beards, and these 12-year-old girls that look like they're in their 20s and their 30s. You know what I mean? It's the shit they put in the foods. It's the shit you go look at the food and the stuff even your vegetables and your fruit that you buy at these markets, the shits they spray on it. They keep it fresh to keep that color. It's and if you notice too that now people have more. There's more cancers out there. There's more diseases. There's more disformities. Um, it's screwed up. It's
Well,
everything in
we're
the
eating a lot
foods.
more as a country or as a world. We're eating a lot more processed foods. I mean,
Yeah,
think about it. When my parents were growing up, if they wanted to make biscuits, they got out flour and eggs and salt, and they rolled their own dough and baked biscuits. I mean, now we just go open a box of Bisquick, dump some shit in the bowl, throw some water on it, mix it around, and throw it in the oven.
yeah, yeah. No,
Or
exactly.
you just rip a plastic bag open and throw a couple frozen biscuits on there and slide it in there, and you don't even think about what's in it.
Yeah, and it's the same thing. It comes down to foods and stuff. Everything in moderation. You know what I mean? You can't eat pizza and burgers the rest of your life. You know what I mean? You gotta switch it
Ooh,
up.
I can't do it out the pizzas because man, the red sauce gives me heartburns. But
Yeah,
But it's just
I love a good burger.
Oh yeah, burgers are good. Matter of fact,
And watch, Triple P's gonna come back and watch this video later. You're gonna be bitching me out for like.
Oh, stop! I tell Triple P, I said, bro, you got to live a little too. See, I don't eat much fast food. I don't eat much McDonald's or anything like that. Once in a while, when I go on vacation, I always stop at a Hardee's because I love Hardee's. I love their chicken sandwiches.
Y'all don't have them up there, do y'all?
No, the closest
We
one
got them down here.
Virginia is the closest one. I always stop at Hardee's because I like their chicken sandwiches. Once in a while, I'll stop at like a Chick-fil-A for their sandwiches too. But I don't eat much fast food. I don't drink soda.
Now here's the one thing that's hard for me to drive past is a Dairy Queen.
Oh, there I have them up by me every day.
Oh, dude, it's hard to drive past them.
See, I go there. We go there often. Have ice cream. I like, especially in the summertime. I say I take me and my 4 kids and my wife. We go. I'd say once a week and get a nice ice cream. You know what I mean? But
Well,
you gotta live
we
too.
have
You know what I mean? You can't
we have
eat.
one Dairy Queen in my parish, and it's on the other side of the parish. So, like, when I'm actually around Dairy Queen, it's like, oh, we're stopping here.
Oh yeah, you got it, man. You gotta. It's like I said. Triple P's on a diet. I understand that, and congratulations to him, man, for losing all that weight. Good for him. He put 15, 20 years on his lifespan.
Yeah.
It's important to be healthy, but at the same time, too, would you die rather eating a salad or would you die eating a cake? I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to pick that cake. I'm going to pick that cake.
Well, I'm getting ready to start week number 2 without sodas, so.
Yeah, soda was the hardest thing for me to kick.
I mean, I cut out smoking after almost 28 years. I cut it cold turkey. So
that's what I got to quit. I lied. The hardest thing to quit is the cigarettes, and I'm working on doing that now.
So I'm almost a year and a half smoke free.
Wow!
So now I want to get back down to around 200 pounds, and I'm at like 340.
Yeah. So you were like what Triple P was at. See, now I've always been relatively small. I'm not that tall. I would say I'm about 5'8", 5'8.5". I'm not tall at all, but I was never fat. You know what I mean? I was always. I wouldn't say I'm skinny mini either. I'm not like a stick, but I don't know. I would say average. I'm 5'8.5", and I weigh about 160. So
So you're a pretty skinny guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say skinny. I have a little bit, a little stomach, but not. I'm not skinny. I would say, I don't know, average weight for that height. I would say.
Because I'm 5'7".
Yeah. See, so yeah, we're just pretty much the same height. But I've never, when I was in school, when I was in middle school, I got fat, and I think that was because probably puberty and all that. And then I started running. I started exercising and being healthy, and I got to 150, and I've stayed there pretty much until now. Well, a couple of years. I fluctuate. Summertime, I'm like in the 150s. Wintertime in 160s, low 170s.
So like high school, playing football, baseball, like I worked out all the time, because I didn't have that much athletic ability, so I had to be stronger and all like that because I played defense, so I had to be stronger. And I graduated high school, stopped playing football, went to college, got in a fraternity, stopped lifting 40s and started drinking 40s and started smoking. It was downhill ever since.
Yeah, so that's what saved me, because when I lost the weight when I left middle school and I started high school, I was skinny again. I was only fat for like my middle school year, but I lost all that weight. And when I got into high school, I started fucking around with the wrong crowd. But when I graduated, I was still decent, weight, 150, 160, but I started eating like crap. A lot of staying up late and go to McDonald's or whatever. Eating cereal, cereal was a big thing for me. I would eat a box of Captain Crunch in a sitting.
Captain Crunch was a shit back in the day.
Yeah, and I'd eat the hell out of peanut butter Captain.
That and Cookie Crisp.
Yep,
and the Reese's peanut butter puffs.
Yep, honeycombs, Fruit Loops,
all that dude.
Stuff. I can eat the hell out of it. And
now I'm like, I don't want fucking cereal. I want something hot.
yeah, exactly. And that was me. I was just eating crap, but I would stay fit because I was doing flooring. My job is freaking, a lot of activity. You're always moving. You're lifting heavy
You're doing
things.
manual labor.
Yeah. So, I've always
So you're
stayed.
burning the calories all day
Yep,
long.
exactly. I've always stayed healthy, in decent shape. But just recently, I stopped drinking. I stopped eating fast food. Because I don't know, a year ago, I stopped eating fast food. I stopped drinking soda about 3 years ago. All I drink is water. Water, coffee. Once in a while, I have like a Red Bull or an iced tea or something like that. But yeah, that was easy. Once I quit the soda.
So, like, how hard was it for you, like, the first week or two? Like, did you just feel like absolute, just like hammered shit?
No. Believe it or not, it was like, I don't know. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. And I remember I did that first when I was losing the weight when I was a kid. I quit soda, and I automatically dropped 25 pounds after from stop drinking soda. You drop 25 pounds right away. But when I quit it 3 years ago, it wasn't bad at all. If I had like that want for a liquid that had a taste to it, or had some carbonation or whatever, I would get a seltzer water, or I would get an iced tea. You know what I mean? And that
Yeah,
would
see,
be
like with me, I'd stop and get a cold drink on the way to work. And at work, we got a refrigerator in the office. It's just loaded down with cold drinks. So, I mean, like, we're just sitting there drinking Cokes and Dr. Peppers all day long. On the way home, stop. You never drink water at all. No
yeah,
water consumed throughout the day. It was all through soft drinks.
yeah. No,
So, like, my first 2 days, oh, it was miserable.
oh yeah, no, dude. Some people get the sweats. It's like you're withdrawing. It's you
Oh,
get
I
the
was like, I
withdrawal
had
from
I had
soda.
some DTS going on, bro. I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
like, ugh.
you get the sweats. Some people, dude. Some people become dependent on that shit. You know, uh,
Because
but
that was one of the things I did was when I wanted a cigarette, I would go get a Coke and I'd
yeah,
drink a Coke.
yeah. See, that's the worst thing now. I'm relatively healthy. I'm active. I eat pretty good. Once in a while, I'll treat myself. I'm not like at Triple P's level. How he eats. If I want a freaking steak, I'm gonna have a steak. If I want a burger, I just don't eat fast food. I cut away from the cereal. The stuff you shouldn't be eating when you're almost 30 years old.
Yeah, like we were with that day we were talking about like we're going to lunch. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna eat healthy day. I'm gonna go to Subway. He's like, don't get it with bread. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna
Yeah.
do just put a bunch of meat together and just gnaw on it like a
See, that's
fucking
what I'll
wild
do.
ass animal.
See, I'll get bread, but instead of like, I'll get like if you go to any of your food marts or whatever, and you go to get bread for your sandwiches, there's this bread called Dave's bread, and some people don't like the wheat, that the healthy bread. They don't like the taste of it, so get Dave's bread. It's pretty much healthy bread, but it tastes like Italian bread. You don't taste the difference when you're eating it, but it's
Yeah, like
supposed to be way.
we go through a lot of bread at our house
Oh
because
yeah,
like I pack a sandwich for lunch to take to work because we're trying to save money. Uh, and my son, his Liberty Junior, he just like he is all about some toast.
oh yeah, yeah. That's my babies. My wife takes the Dave's bread and she toasts it, or she'll make French toast, and it's a healthier bread, man. And
And he doesn't want anything on it. He just wants some dry ass toast.
yeah, that's my
Like,
kids.
dude, that's like some crazy person stuff. Like, at least put some butter on it, or maybe some peanut butter or something.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
and he's just looking at me like staring at me like eating
That,
dry toast. I'm
that's
like,
another weakness of mine there. Peanut butter and jelly. Oh,
oh, dude,
I can eat the shit. I can eat four of those suckers.
oh man.
But
I mean,
that's
you
what I
get
do.
like,
Like lunch, I'll pack a peanut butter and jelly. I'll put a banana and an apple or some cherries, and then I'll have like a granola bar, like the Nature's Valley oats and honey granola bar. And there's like a healthy lunch. But I don't drink no soda, nothing fucked up like that. Just water and coffee. That's all I drink. But I think you can get off the soda. If you can get the cigarettes, you can definitely quit soda. I need to.
Well, the coffee I've been kind of getting a lot more is like the Black Rifle coffee.
Yeah, I heard of that. See, my coffee would be okay for me if I drank it black. I don't drink it black. You know what I do? I make my coffee. I'll put 2 sweet and lows, and then I put creamer in. I put like a hazelnut creamer, and that's what makes it bad. But if I drank it black, I should start doing that because I guess they say 1 cup of coffee helps it clears you out. I guess it helps um, your stomach and everything. They say.
Oh yeah, I'm bad about putting sugar and creamer in my coffee.
Yeah, I gotta have it too. But it comes down to everything in moderation, man. If you eat relatively healthy and you snack once in a while, there's no problem with that. You know what I mean? If you're on a diet, I can understand. No, you don't want to stick to that diet. But once you get to that, level and you lost your weight or built up, whatever you wanted to do, you can treat yourself and eat relatively healthy and then have snacks here and there. You know what I mean? But the soda, dude, if you cut out the soda, you'll lose 25 to 30 pounds right off the bat.
And a big thing I've been trying to do every day is at least eat some vegetables because I never really ate vegetables. So whether it be broccoli, carrots, whatever, try to eat some vegetables. You know, just try to be healthier.
See, that's what, I don't eat vegetables. So what I do, I'm a big fruit eater. I love fruit. I can eat any fruit you give me. Um, so that's what I do. I eat the fruit and then I stick to like meats, chicken, a lot of chicken. I eat a lot of chicken. Um, and red meat I'll have once a week because red meat like burgers, chili, shit like that, beef. It's you shouldn't be eating it a lot, especially after you're 30 and up because of cholesterol and all that. So what I do, I eat a lot
Yeah,
of
I know my
turkey.
cholesterol is kind of crazy.
Yeah, turkey and chicken is the best thing for you. That or fish too, but even fish, I can't stand fish. I don't like the smell of fish. I don't like the taste of fish. So I only eat chicken and turkey. I'll eat a good old steak once a week or
Well, what type of fish are you eating? Because like if you get like go catch largemouth bass, I don't know if y'all have those up north,
oh yeah, I don't like
but those
I don't
actually
like lake fish.
okay.
The lake fish, in my opinion, are more gamey than ocean fish. But there was this. I don't like the smell of it, and if it has that fishy taste, I won't eat it. It
All
has
right.
to be a really good prep fish, or like my stepmother. She'll make this fish for my father, and I think it's bluefin or something, and it has no fish taste. It's like you're eating chicken. That I don't mind. I'll eat that. But if it has like that fish taste to it, I won't eat it. There's
Yeah, so
something.
me and the wife are actually working on. We're going to start raising rabbits.
Oh wow, I've never ate rabbit.
They're delicious with some lean parents.
No, I've never had rabbit before. I've had shark. I've had
Never had shark.
shark. Tastes just like chicken. Same thing. Whale. I've had whale. Tastes the same thing. Chicken. Sometimes a little steak flavor in a way. I've had frogs, and that was the most disgusting. Well, it wasn't. It tasted
Really?
like chicken. It tasted like chicken, but when I found out what it was
Disgusting.
it was disgusting. Exactly, because
Nah, dude, frogs are awesome.
oh yeah, no, it tasted like chicken, and it looked like chicken legs. Is that, dude? I didn't know, because if they told me what it was, I wouldn't eat it, because that's just something I don't think should be putting in your body. But dude, if I didn't know after, I'd still be eating it today and not thinking it was chicken. I've had that. I've had rattlesnake. That's same thing, like the frogs. Tastes like chicken, but if you found out what you're eating, I probably wouldn't eat it. I've had some weird things, man. I've had bison's good. Yeah, that's just
Like for the longest, I wouldn't eat oysters because they were just like, dude, they looked horrible.
I
Yeah, it looked like something you cough up in a bad chest cold.
Oh yeah, I can't eat that.
And then the first time, like my buddy's like, dude, I'm gonna make char grilled oysters, and I had one. I was like, oh my god, this is phenomenal. So now, like, I even eat raw oysters now.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Like my wife, she's big into sushi. She likes fish and certain things. But fucking A, I couldn't eat that.
Oh, I love some good sushi.
I can't. The fish, I just can't. I just can't bring myself. Fish, frogs, anything like that. I've had alligator. That tastes like chicken. But I've never, dude. I got my buddy. He cooks all kinds of shit here. Deer, possum, rabbits, squirrel. Oh,
Probably the weirdest thing I've ever had was barbecued raccoon.
ugh, fucking A.
Oh, dude. So my buddy actually makes it, and like at first I thought I was eating barbecue beef. Like it was that good. It was like, so if you prepare it right, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure. Dude, that's like for the longest time. And you guys in the chat might laugh at me, but I wouldn't eat deer. Wouldn't eat it. I just, you hear the stories about the diseases they carry. I wouldn't eat it. And I've had people that made it, and I would eat it before, after, a while, and it had a different texture to it, a different taste. But if you prepare that shit right, like I have my buddy, he makes what do you call it, a hamburger helper with deer meat, and or he'll make deer jerky. And dude, it's awesome. It all depends on how you prepare that meal. Some people can make deer and it tastes good. Some people
Well,
can't.
it also goes into how you process the game when you first harvest the animal.
That too.
Like
Yeah.
wild boars, people are like, oh man, wild boars, they're horrible. They smell bad. Da, 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 da. The meat's just horrible. Well, when you catch a wild boar, if you bleed the boar fast, like when you put him down, you slit his throat and you slit down to where the heart is, and it helps push all that blood out the body very fast. That pulls a lot of the gaminess out of it. And then I also soak everything for several days in ice to help pull more of that blood and everything out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never had a boar where it was just like, where the meat was just tasted bad.
Yeah. So that's I heard that a lot from people saying, "Oh, I wouldn't eat boar," and I'm like, "That's a fucking pig. It's just a wild pig. It's pork. If you cook it right, what's the difference? You know what I mean? And any bacteria they got in it will die when you cook it, anyways."
It's more of like
I think it's because
just
they eat
scent
everything
to the meat.
But
And
doesn't
like
it
a
taste
wild
the same
hog,
as a pig? Doesn't it taste?
wild hog tastes different than a farm raised hog. It has a little bit gamier taste. It actually tastes a little spicier. And one of the reasons for this is like a domesticated hog does not have to go forage for his food. You dump it over the fence into his pen, he eats it, and that's it. He doesn't have to work. Versus a wild hog, he's got to get out there. He's got to use his muscles to forage food for himself. So, like the intermuscular fat that he would develop as a domesticated hog does not develop in a wild animal, which is one of the reasons why you sense that gaminess.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, I guess I kind of figured, they would. They're raised totally different. One's on a farm and one's, out in the wild. Now, where you live, there's a lot of hogs, right? Wild boars.
Yeah, Louisiana has an issue with feral hogs,
and
as well as Texas.
And you can get paid for shooting them, correct? From the state?
No, we get paid for neutral rats.
So what's that?
It's a really big rat that chews holes.
It lives
in
on the
levees.
farms, right? They
No,
destroy the farms.
they live out in the marsh. Neutral rats live out in the marsh.
Now, how does that work? You shoot them and they pay you a certain amount for the.
Yeah, you bring the tail in. Now you have to register and all like that. Like you have to be a registered person to do it.
Okay,
I think it's like $2-3 a tail, maybe up to $5.
No shit.
I've
be out
never
there
actually
shooting
done it.
every day.
I've got a buddy of mine that I duck hunt with that he is big into it.
Wow.
But I have more stuff to do than ride around the marsh in the middle of the night shooting neutral rats.
Yeah. So they're just giant rats, huh?
They're giant rats, but they make a delicious burger.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, no, I know. The hog is they're destroying the area, and there's a lot of, like in Florida, I heard you can get paid for catching snakes, those pythons or whatever.
Oh yeah, a pack of feral hogs can come into a farmer's land and completely destroy,
really?
Massive amounts because they start rooting. So like if you're growing corn, soybeans, something like that, they come in there, start rooting, they pull the plants up, trample them down, and they can destroy acres within hours.
So what do they have someone on standby that watches for these hogs on these big farms like that?
Well, you get a lot of guys who actually trap them live and then sell them to slaughterhouses. Because some slaughterhouses can actually take a feral hog as long as the feral hog walks into the slaughterhouse on its own power.
Oh, really? So they can butcher it and sell the meat for the right way.
Correct.
Process. Oh, okay.
And
so
then,
some
in
of the pork
Texas, you
we're
can
eating,
actually hunt from a helicopter. You can.
I've seen that. I wanted to do that. I wanted to pay to do that. I wanted to go down to Texas.
And they go out there at night with night vision optics, and they're hunting from helicopters and all kind of crazy.
Wasn't it like $5,000 for the day or something like that?
It's something like that, but it's an amazing venture. I want to go do it at least once.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Louisiana has just a couple years back allowed us to hunt wild hogs at night. You can use suppressors, night vision devices,
If it's an
thermal
invasive
scopes,
species, you can
lasers.
hunt at any time, right?
Yeah. The only time you cannot hunt at night for hogs is during deer season.
Deer, okay. Yeah.
Because there might be, a little conflict of interest there.
Now, I heard hogs, they're fucking mean. They'll attack you. And they'll do some damage.
Me and one of the guys that I work with, we used to run hogs years ago. He had a pack of dogs, and we'd run them, and man, they would put Kevlar vests on these dogs to keep the dogs from getting cut.
No shit.
Because you corner a hog, man, they get mean, and they got a tusk that sticks out the side of their lip, and that thing is sharp, and it will cut you.
So did they ever? So that one tried to attack you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, I've been charged before.
Wow. I seen I was watching I bought a pellet gun a couple years ago. I was looking for a good pellet gun just for little animals, squirrels and shit around the property. Because I didn't want to, even shooting the 22, sometimes it's loud and you know what I mean. It'll
not if you put a suppressor on it.
Yeah, you could put a suppressor, but they're not loud as it is really. But you know what I mean. If a pellet gun can kill it and pellets are cheaper than bullets, why would I be using a 22? So I figured I'll buy a pellet gun. And I was looking up, and the pellet gun I got, there was a review, and I'll send you the video. The guy was a hunter, and he was shooting hogs and killing them with this pellet gun. He was shooting, and then he went out to with these baboons out in Africa. With the same gun, he was shooting them, and they were killing them with a pellet gun.
Yep.
I was shocked. I didn't think it would do that.
That's a little too bold for me.
Yeah, no.
Because I don't feel like dying today.
No, the guy was hidden in this bunker. He built a house into a hill, little for him to sit and hunt. And they couldn't see him, but they would set up bait and they would come up, and they would shoot him, and they weren't exactly close. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were, I don't know. They weren't far, but they weren't close. And he was shooting them dead, hitting them in the head, between the eyes, killing them. And I was shocked, because I know a pellet gun, it'll kill your bird, it'll kill a rabbit, it'll kill a duck, or geese or whatever, but it won't kill. I didn't think it would kill a freaking baboon or a wild hog.
I wouldn't try to take one with one of those.
No. Unless it's like point blank, maybe in the head or something. But
I mean, the smallest I've ever shot a hog with was with a 5.56, and that was literally because that was all we had available to us.
an AR.
Yep, I was trying to get it out of one of my live traps, and he was a little bit bigger than what we could deal with safely.
You don't think an AR would have killed or fucking done some damage on those or no?
Oh yeah, it did. It fucking killed him dead.
What would be your idea gun to shoot a hog? 30-06?
Yeah, I use a 30-06 if I go hunting.
Yeah,
it's
that's a powerful gun. You know, my father.
So I use, and the reason is I want to make sure when I'm taking my shot that I get a clean kill. You know, I want to have enough energy downrange to do it. A 5.56 is not the gun that I would choose. Now, could you use a 7.62 by 39? Absolutely. You have a lot more weight behind that bullet versus a 5.56 with a 62 grain steel core penetrator green chip. Yeah, the only reason I even attempted that was because I could stick the end of the barrel up to the hog's head and pull the trigger.
So you think if you were far away with a 5.56, you wouldn't have killed it?
I think it would have taken multiple shots.
Really?
I mean, because what you're looking for is that broadside shot to go through the shoulders and catch either a heart or lung.
Yeah.
You know, the head is a very, very small target.
Yeah.
And it's not always an optimal shot.
Yeah. So what do you think of the 2.23? What would you prefer, 5.56 or 2.23?
I buy all my rifles chambered in 5.56 because I can shoot 2.23 out of them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So I typically try to buy all mil spec ammo. I try to find 5.56, M855.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because my ARs are set up for close quarters.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to do precision shooting, I have a 30-06. I have a 338 Magnum.
Yeah. And I need
those guns are very, very well suited for long range.
I need to move down where you guys are, man. You, Florida, Louisiana. Dude, the gun laws in New York are just, there's not much difference. The only thing is, you're only limited to a 10 mag. It has to be pinned. My AR, I can't load it through the mag or pull that mag out. I have to load it by opening the gun and loading it that way, or I get a what do you call it? You load the bullet and you stick it in the
bullet
stomach.
button.
Yeah. I have to. Those I'm limited to. I can't, which sucks. You know what I mean? But other than that, I can have pretty much everything. It's just certain things like that, stupid shit.
Yeah, it's things that actually don't really accomplish what they think they're going to accomplish.
Yeah. And the problem is too with the whole, getting your carry license. It's a year here, dude. It takes a year.
See, like here, you walk into a store, you fill out the federal background check. They run it. If you get a proceed, you take the gun and leave right then and there.
Oh yeah, no, the rifles. I can walk in any of my gun store, take 5 minutes, background check. I walk out. But if I want a concealed carry for a pistol permit, if I was going for a pistol permit, right? That would be a year process.
So for in Louisiana to get a concealed license, a concealed handgun license, takes roughly
2 months.
If that, it takes probably about 6 months.
Yeah,
because you have to go through a class, you have to shoot, and then you send off for it to the state, and they get back with you.
So I'll tell you what we have to do. So starting off, you contact your local county sheriff, or your local court, or your county courthouse, your main courthouse in your county. I go through the sheriff. Right away, you pay $108. They give you an appointment for your fingerprint and your background check. Then after that, you got to go to classes. I think there's 5 classes. You got a shooting range. You got to have so many hours. Then you got to sit down for like a 5-8 hour course. They go over that. Then you got tests you got to take. Then after that, you got to write a letter to your town judge explaining why you want this gun, why you need a concealed carry license. Are you a business owner? Is it for protection? Is it for because I carry a lot of money from town to town? They ask you your questions and you got to give them a reason. If you say, oh, it's just for self-defense, they're going to feel like you're going to be using that weapon for that reason. So they don't like to hear that. And you can do all of that just for the judge to deny you. Just to say, I don't feel like giving you the gun today. Try next year or 2 years from now. So it all said and done, the quickest I've seen someone get a handgun permit in New York was 8 months. But it's usually a year process. So right now, if I were to do the fingerprint, I wouldn't be scheduled for my fingerprint probably for 3 months ahead. So I'll say I'll do for June. I wouldn't be able to go there until probably, I don't know, August, September to get it all started. Yeah, it takes forever.
It's crazy. It's not actually doing what it's supposed to do.
No. Dude, I had to go through hell. And I wrote this whole damn paragraph to my judge. I said, I'm a business owner. I travel with a lot of money on hand. Between jobs. And I just pretty much said that. And, eventually he passed. He gave the okay, which I was happy. But dude, it was a headache. And not only that, I have to give 5 references. I have to get, not family, I got to get 5 people that know me or know of me to back me up. Oh, he's a good person in the state of New York.
Set up for failure.
Oh, yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. So luckily I have a
And of course, like if you get denied, you don't get your money back.
Nope. And you got to pay for some courses and everything. All said and done, you're in it probably for $300-400. Dude, it's a pain in the ass. But my buddy, 10 minutes down in the border into Pennsylvania, because I live right on the border, they'll get their handgun permit in fucking a month, 2 months. No more than 3 months. Done. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
Gun laws are funny.
Yeah, and it's different for each state. I look at it this way: it's our amendment, it's our right to own, no matter what gun it is, as long as you get the right background check and everything. Every person in every state should just be allowed to go buy a gun. You walk in, you get a background check, done. If you have a felony, no, okay, but that's why we take background checks. But it's kind of fucked up how Pennsylvania you can get anything, and in New York you can't. You know what I mean?
It's the only thing you need here in Louisiana is just an ID and just fill out the background check.
Well,
now,
yeah,
if you want to conceal carry, you have to apply for that.
Exactly. Like if I want to go get my Beretta 1301 at a gun shop, or if I want to go get an AR, that's all I got to do. I walk in, show them my license, they do a background check, 5 minutes, I'm walking out with the gun. That's great. No problems with that. But with the whole handgun permit, concealed carry, dude, that's a fucking headache. It'd take you a year.
Oh yeah,
that's the problem. New York is
like my first
rifles.
suppressor. My first suppressor took me a year to get approved. My second suppressor was like 6 months, and this last one was like 3.5 months.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's going through the ATF. So, I mean, like the e-file system is amazing. Because the first time I did it, like we had to mail everything off and wait.
Oh, yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. Well, Liberty, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you coming on, dude. It means a lot.
I appreciate you having me.
Especially last minute like that. I just hit you up and but yeah, guys, I hope you all in the chat enjoyed. Before we get off here, go to Liberty's channel and subscribe to his channel. Like a few of his videos, comment down below. You won't be disappointed. And also congratulations to all you winners. Again, email me so I have your address and I'll send these right out for you guys. But all right, Liberty, I appreciate it, man.
I appreciate it, dude. Stay
God
safe.
bless you,
Keep
bro.
stacking.
You too, man. I'll catch you next time.
All right, dude. Later.
Bye. Peace out, guys.